After further review, this is the Fantasy Football Blitz.
Do you know who I am?
Powered by whotostart.com.
Who the hell are you?
Whotostart.com.
Hello.
The Fantasy Football Blitz.
Who the business?
This is the Fantasy Football Blitz. Powered by whotostart.com. On 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. And 104.5ESPN.com.
All right, let's do it. Back from TJ Ribs on Acadian. We do it every Thursday. We call it our Fantasy Blitz. Before you set your fantasy football roster, check with the guys from whotostart.com. Quick reminder, we're here at TJ Ribs because going on right now, Dr. Billy Cannon and Charles DeGravel, the author of Billy Cannon, A Long, Long Run. They're here at TJ Ribs. Books are for sale. You can meet Dr. Cannon and Charles, get a signed copy. What a great holiday gift idea. Come on by, get a picture, get an autograph. Dr. Cannon and Charles will be signing books until 5, and then Dr. Cannon will be with us on air from 5 until 6. So hopefully you can come on by and join us. Darren Tietkin joins us, as he does every Thursday, whotostart.com, personalized fantasy football advice. How are you, Darren?
Doing good. You think you can send me some ribs?
I will not send you any ribs, but you could gladly come here and get some yourself. I know you're about 2 time zones away, but Darren, I would. I just think I don't know that I could keep them fresh all the way to get out to you. But next time you're in town, I got you covered. How about that?
That sounds good.
Fair enough. All right, let's start with tonight's ball game. The resurgent Miami Dolphins against the always efficient and explosive Patriots. I would imagine this would be a game that fantasy players would be salivating over.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the Dolphins are playing some inspired football under the new head coach, but don't read too much into last week. That was kind of, I don't want to call it a one-time thing, but it was definitely pretty crazy to see them explode against the Houston Texans the way they did. In terms of tonight's game, absolutely there's going to be a feast of fantasy points from both sides, you know, both the Dolphins and the Patriots. So basically, if you got them, start them.
Let's see if we can get some questions. And there are already some questions about guys playing in tonight's ball game. Let's get to some of these questions. I'll start with one tonight. Amari Cooper or Jarvis Landry? Who to start?
You know, Cooper's got a pretty tough matchup here this week. He's going to be, covered by the great Darrelle Revis of the Jets. So better matchup there for Landry. Landry we have as our number 20, receiver this week, while we have Cooper at 22. So I got to go Landry there. Big-time shootout tonight.
Ronnie Hillman or Dion Lewis, who to start?
Lewis's status for tonight is still a little bit up in the air. He should play, but he might be limited. I think you're probably better off going with Hillman against the Packers. He'll see a lot of touches in that game.
Breeze or Flacco? That's from Vanessa Babin. Thanks for the question, Vanessa. Who to start, Breeze or Flacco?
Well, Vanessa, I think you're probably going with Drew Brees. That's a nice matchup for him against the Giants. They're at home. Giants are giving up a lot of points to opposing quarterbacks, so I think Brees is the way to go there.
Here's one from Avo who says, should I trade Emmanuel Sanders for Carson Palmer? His other quarterback is Sam Bradford. Right now, if you have the receiver depth, if you still have 3 receivers that you can plug in every week, go ahead and make that trade because that's a pretty significant upgrade. Bradford looks like he's good in some games, but really falls off in others. Palmer looks like the real deal every week. Nice schedule rest of the way out, too. So I think you make that trade if you have the depth at wide receiver. PPR League, via text, West or Starks? Who to start?
Well, Starks is moving up a lot of people's boards, but he's dealing with an injury as well as Eddie Lacy. So we have Charkandrick West, who's our number 11 running back this week. He's getting all the touches for Kansas City. Great matchup against the Lions there, so we really like West this week.
Jeremy Stewart or Jeremy Hill or Hill? Or Jeremy Hill? Who to start?
Hill or Stewart? You got to play Stewart there. Hill's just really tailed off recently. Gio Bernard's getting more looks, especially in that matchup against the Steelers. You're looking at probably Bernard getting most of the looks as in terms of the running back situation. So I think Jay Stu is better pick for you against the Colts.
Andrew Luck or Eli Manning, who to start?
Well, Luck's got a very, very tough matchup. I mean, going against one of the best defenses in the league in Carolina, still he's going to be throwing the ball quite a lot. So I think just in terms of sheer volume, you go with Andrew Luck there. But if your league really penalizes you for a lot of for interceptions, you might want to reconsider. But I think all things considered, in the standard format, you play Luck and hope for the best.
Thoughts on Dez Bryant being back this weekend?
I'm staying away from him just because of the severity of the injury and the change at quarterback there. I mean, if it was Tony Romo that was there, I would say you'd give it some thought. But because it's Matt Castle, he probably doesn't have much experience, catching balls from Castle. But I think you sit him for a week unless you have no other better option.
Got about a minute left. Let's see how many we can get to. Willie Snead or Ryan Matthews, who to start?
It's going along with how much we like Breeze this week. It falls in line, and obviously Snead's going to be a big part of that passing game against the Giants. That their secondary gives up quite a bit of yards and touchdowns, and you name it. So we like Snead. He had a little bit of an off week last week, but I think he bounces back at home and has a great fantasy outing this week.
Need one in a PPR league. Brandon Cooks, Golden Tate, or Crabtree, who to start?
Yeah, we're going to stick with the Saints team here. I think it's a big week for Drew Brees and his receivers. So, Cooks kind of up and down this season. Obviously not the same without that big receiver opposite him, or, Jimmy Graham down the middle. Cooks is having a little bit of trouble as the Saints number one, but I like the matchup here this week, so I think he rolls Cooks.
He's Darren Tietkin. Website is who2start.com. It's the numeral 2. They're on Twitter as well, at Who2Start. You can get personalized fantasy football advice. You can always plug in the promo code ESPN and get yourself a 10% discount. Darren, we appreciate the time as always. Enjoy your football weekend. We'll visit again next week.
Sounds good. Thanks.
That's Darren Tietkin, who2start.com. This is After Further Review. We're at TJ Ribs on Acadian. Mike D's coming up right after the top of the hour. Always glad to remind you about Action Advertising and Flags, actionadvflags.com. It's the website where you can check them out, actionadvflags.com. Nobody has more flags in stock than Action Advertising and Flags. It's pretty remarkable. They got more than 50 different LSU flag designs, different different sizes and materials as well. Banners, flags, flag poles. If you need something imprinted on anything, they can do it for you. Action Advertising and Flags. Great for promotional merchandise for your business. Give them a chance. Give them a call. 292-SIGN. That's 292-SIGN. 292-7446. Or online at actionadvflags.com for Action Advertising and Flags. All right, we're going to grab a quick break. Sports Center will get you caught up on national headlines here at the top of the hour. When we come back from TJ Ribs on Acadian, a full hour of football talk with Mike D, as we do every Thursday. We're here at TJ Ribs on Acadian. Author Charles DeGravel and Billy Cannon are here signing copies of Billy Cannon, A Long, Long Run. What a great holiday idea for the Tiger fan on your list. Get on by. They'll be signing books for another hour here until 5 o'clock. And you get a picture, get a signed copy of the book, great holiday gift, and then Dr. Cannon will be on air with us in the 5 o'clock hour. It's After Further Review from TJ Ribs on Acadian, back with Mike D after Sports Center, 104.5